So this is going to be a little bit weird for me, but 3 weeks to a month ago, I had a prophetic dream, or at the very least one, I think it was a prophetic dream. And this account is mostly used for me posting climbing videos, no Christian content at all. Well, it said the time that I got baptized, but that's it. And the reason that I'm sharing this is for two reasons. One, the dream that I had felt so real that I honestly thought that I was awake. And second, I have been seeing a lot of people, Christian people, posting their testimonies about God. So I'm not sure if this needs to be posted, but I think it needs to, so I'm going to post it. So, the dream is going to feel a little bit disjointed to you maybe, but this is how I was noticing things. So, I go to sleep. I wake up. And when I wake up, I notice that I'm in a crowd of people, and there is people everywhere, like in front of me, behind me, to the right and left. And I'm like, whoa, where am I at? Because I just went asleep. So I'm like, I just went asleep. How am I here? And then the second thing that I noticed was, wait, hold up. Everybody, and hear me out, everybody is on fire. But it was not a normal fire. It was not like we were burning alive. No, it was like fire was engulfing us, but we were not burning. Neither anything that was surrounding us. It was like a fire that was inside of us and coming out from inside of us. So, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And then I just started looking at the crowd and I'm like, okay, what are we? And then before I notice it, I notice myself that I'm singing. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. And then I look around, wait, hold up. Everybody is singing. And then I start paying more attention to what everybody is singing. And we are singing praise to God. Now, I wish I was able to tell you the tune of the song or the song itself, but my music, I don't have any musical ear for this. I'm terrible at it. So while on the dream it felt like a proper song and it actually sounded really good, I could not tell you what this song was about. And believe me, I do want to, because I heard it, but I couldn't really tell you. So I noticed that we were singing, and I was astonished because I'm not able to sing any songs out of memory. Every time that I sing songs at church, I need to read them. But the song that I was singing was not from the church that I go to. It was a song that I had never sang. I was like, wow, this is, and I was astonished, to be honest. After I noticed that we were singing, I tried to pay more attention to where we are, and I realized, hold up, we are at a stadium. I cannot tell you what type of stadium it is, and I will tell you why in a second, but I think it was a baseball stadium because the stadium looked to be around every side of the same length. So I don't think it was a football stadium, because a football stadium, normally have 2 long sides and 2 short ones, a rectangle pretty much. So I think it was a baseball stadium because of that. And the reason I couldn't really tell you what type of stadium it was because on the middle of it was a ball of fire. And not a small one that could cover like a quarter of the field, or maybe smaller. No, I'm telling you, like a ball of fire that was so big that it was like if the sun itself had come down and was occupying all the space of the playground. And I knew, my mind didn't know it, but I knew on my soul, that's the only way that I can describe that was the presence of God. And we were singing praise to God right there. Like God himself was showing a part of his presence over there. And I'm talking like, and it was not like there was just a couple of people on the stadium. I'm telling you, like every single seat was full to the point that it felt crowded. You could barely see like any seats, and I couldn't see any. Like you only could see people, and we were all standing. When I tried to look around, to see a little bit more details, because I couldn't see nothing, you know, I could barely see any space between people. I tried to see at my feet in order to see more details about this place. And I noticed that there was blood flowing down towards the playground. But it was not like it was, okay, I should clarify that it did not look like nasty blood, like the dark blood, well, it loses all the oxygen. It didn't look like that. It looked like the reddest blood that you could imagine. I'm telling you, like, it looks like the blood looked like it had come from something that was like an animal that was clean, without diseases, like fully oxygenated, like, the best blood that you could look at. And yeah, I know that's a weird thing to say, and I know that, but it didn't look disgusting to look at. I was looking at it, and there was a sense of calm to my mind, and I was like, that's the blood of Jesus, that's the blood of Jesus right there. But the blood was not just everywhere on our feet. No, it was like it was flowing down on channels towards the stadium, and the blood was going horizontally and then vertically straight down. It was like it was being directed towards the playground. But this, I should clarify that I was not seeing this with my real eyes. I was seeing this with what I felt on the dream. That was my spiritual eyes, because my real eyes, if I know this might not make any sense, but my real eyes were looking at the ground, and I could see the ground straight down, but my spiritual eyes could see the blood flowing. It would be kind of like when